Hello everybody and welcome back. We're looking in this video at question number 2 on our 2012 Galois paper. We started it in the last video and we're going to keep on keeping on with this contest. So we've got 2 light bulbs and a written just like in question number 1. Part A here, when the numbers 25, 5, and 29 are taken in pairs and averaged, what are the 3 averages? Okay, well, we know how to take numbers in pairs and average them. So 25 and 5, you divide by 2. We'll work that out. 25 and 29, divide that by 2. And then the other one, 5 and 29, we'll divide that by 2 as well. All right, 25 and 5, that's 30. So all the numerators here are going to be even, which is really nice. So 15 is one of our answers. 25 and 29 is going to be 54. 54 over 2 is 27. And 5 and 29, that's 34. Divide that by 2, it's 17. So our final answers for this one are 15, 17, 27. And that's all we need to put in the box. Alright, B part. When the numbers 2, 6, and n are taken in pairs and averaged, the averages are 11, 4. The 4 is going to come from the average of the 2 and the 6. And 13. Determine the value of n. Okay. So again, we don't need to explain what we're doing. It's a light bulb. So if you want to just say, well, obviously 4 goes with the 2 and the 6. And therefore you've got 11 is going to be something with the n. And 13 is going to be another thing with the n. Well, 13 is bigger than 11, so we obviously put the 6 with the n there and the 2 with the n here. That's perfectly fine. Just need to set up your equations. And then pick either one. You only need one of these to solve for n. I'll take the middle one. So multiply both sides by 2. We'll get 22 is 2 plus n. Subtract 2 from both sides. N is 20. And if you want to double check your arithmetic, well, you put 20 in here. 20 plus 6 is 26. Divided by 2 is 13. So that all does work out. Okay? If you did want to write something down just because, well, you might be a little paranoid, you might want to make sure you can get part marks in case this 20 is wrong, you could say 2 is greater than 6. So averaged with n, we'll get the 11, which is greater than 13. And you can say something like that, just, a single sentence explaining why the 2 and the 11 go together and the 6 and the 13 go together is perfectly fine. Okay? Alright, now for the written part of our question, so C part. There are 3 numbers, A, B, and 2. Each number is added to the average of the other 2 numbers. Okay, that's a little different than what we were doing in the previous 2 parts. The results are 14, 17, and 21. If 2 is less than A is less than B, so these are all different numbers. And they say numbers, they actually haven't said anything like integers, so we could have fractions or something. Determine the values of A and B. I'm inclined to believe that there's only one pair, A and B, that will work here. Alright, so, well, what can we do? So 2 is added to the average of our other 2 numbers. A is added to the average of the other 2 numbers. And B is added to the average of the other 2 numbers. So I know these match up with 14, 17, and 21, but I need to explain which ones they match up to. Is this one 14? Is this one 17? Or do we? Actually, here's another thought. Instead of doing that, we say we know that these are equal to 14, 17, and 21 in some order. Adding all 3 up, we see what? We'll get 2 plus A plus B over 2 plus A plus 2 plus B over 2. I like this. I like where this is going. B plus 2 plus A over 2. And that should be 14 plus 17 plus 21. All right, and then we'll get 2 plus A plus B. And then over 2, we've got 2 A's. This one and this one. We'll have 2 2's. Well, we'll write down 4. And then we will have 2 B's. 14 and 17 is 31, plus 21 is 52. But now if I divide through by 2 here, I'll get... maybe we should write the 4 as 2 times 2. So I'll get the 2 plus A plus B, but then we actually get another copy of 2 plus A plus B. And that's equal to 52. Subtract 4 from both sides, so we'll get 2A plus B is 48, divide by 2. A plus B is 24. Now, I don't know what A and B are, but I have seen A plus B before. Right up here in this average. So 2A plus B over 2 is 2 plus 24 over 2. So that's 2 plus 12. So that's 14. Okay. So I know that this one is 14. How does that help me, actually? What can we do? Well, let's look at the other ones. A plus 2 plus B over 2. It's either 17 or 21. But that's going to be A plus 1 plus B over 2. And then the other one's B plus 2 plus A over 2. And that should be B plus 1 plus A over 2. So this is A over 2 plus A. I'm just splitting up this A into A over 2 plus A over 2. Because now I can put this A plus B all over 2. So this is A over 2 plus 1 plus 12. And down here, this is similarly going to be B over 2 plus 1 plus 12. Okay. So why did I bother with that? Well, A over 2 plus 13 is going to be less than B over 2 plus 13, since we are told A is less than B. So, A over 2 plus 13 must be the 17, and B over 2 plus 13 must be the 21, because we know that they can't be 14. That one's already taken care of. So A over 2 is 4, B over 2 is 8. So B is 16, A is 8. Alright, so that should be my answer. A is 8, B is 16. If they do add up to 24, so that works out. If you wanted to, you could just very quickly work these out and make sure that they really do give you the right averages. So, what is it? A plus 2 plus B over 2. That's going to be 8 plus 18 over 2 is, well, 8 plus 9. That's 17. That one works. And the other one should work too. 16 plus 2 plus 8 over 2. That's going to be 16 plus 5. And that is 21. So they do work. But all we need is these answers here. We don't get marks for checking our work. We get marks for showing our work. So what did we do? Well, I realized it's going to be kind of hard. I mean, I think it's going to be kind of hard to work out which one's the smallest, which one's the largest. You probably could do it since they tell you in the question that 2 is less than A is less than B. I didn't want to worry about that. So I just added them all up. And I was able to work out A plus B, and from there, we showed that we could get the 14. That leaves the 17 and the 21 left to go, and then I used the fact that A is less than B to finish the whole thing off. Okay? So, very nice question, I think. That's question number 2. Up next, of course, question number 3. I will see you for that next time. Until then, take care and have a wonderful day.